Happy Labor Day, everybody. It's Monday. It's the September report, real estate report, Ocala, Florida. We're going to be talking about how many sales have actually occurred in the Marion County area. Of course, when we talk about Ocala, we're talking Marion County. Marion County, covers not just Ocala, covers Bellevue, Denellen, northern sections all the way to McIntosh, to the southern end of the county, to the northern part of the villages, right? So it extends and all the way into the forest. If you go east to west, goes from the Ocala National Forest and goes to Denellen in the west, and north McIntosh to the south would be the villages. So it's a big area. It's bigger than Rhode Island as far as geographic area. Population, well over 350, 375 in the area, and we've seen a lot. I've been lived in the Ocala area for many years, since 1995, and have seen the growth for sure. So we're going to talk about what we are seeing right now in the real estate market. Obviously, I've sold real estate since 2000. I'm actually the broker for Real Executives. My name is Glenn Stein, and one of the things that we have to talk about is the elephant in the room is, okay, which way is the market going? And I think this has been talking about this last couple of months. It's probably a very boring marketplace. It's very kind of humdrum, very similar to 2018, 2019 type of market. But let's take a look at what we're really seeing right now in the real estate market today. So if we're going to take a real hard look, we've got to look at the number of sales that are actually occurring. Now, a lot of people complain about inventory. We're seeing about 2,300 homes on the market right now. Stayed consistent over the last 3 to 4 months. So very even paced. As many properties that are coming on the market, the same amount, or relatively close to the same amount, are actually leaving. So on a 5-year basis, if you look at the months, every single month that properties have sold, month of August, which we just wrapped it up, Labor Day being today, it's Monday, 936 is how many units, how many different homes sold in Marion County. And that'll be lighter than what we saw in some of the months in 2021, but definitely rivals many of the months in 2022, and often, especially the last part of 2022, where we saw a bit of a downturn. As you can tell, look at this November, now 648. That was a low. If we take it actually a little bit further, see what happens. I'm actually really curious to see if we take a 10-year number to see how that November number compares to past numbers. So let's take a look at, we had September. Well, we can look at November as well. November was 648 last year. The next lowest time we had that kind of number was back in 2017 at 627. So even in the downturn of the marketplace, where we saw, the last part of last year, third and fourth quarters of last year, really were lower points in the marketplace. You're really looking at, these ups and downs consistently. But the ups and downs, if you can see a trending line this way, that there's a trending upwards. Now, obviously, we start looking at this bottom part here. This is the trough of the marketplace was February of 2023. We start looking at the troughs of the different areas and different. Once again, February of 2022. This trough is February 2021. This trough is June of 2020, which is not too surprising because of COVID. We know about that. February of 2019. Once again, February of 2018. There's a real pattern being developed here. February seems to be the low point. There was January. Move it over just a little bit, probably come up with February. Yep. So you're noticing that February is the low point in almost every single year. And then you start looking at the peaks of every year. This one was April. This is July. April was a peak of some sort. July over here. So June. Let's see the peak here. Not showing up. Let's see what this one was. It's probably a little bit later on in the year. Let's look at this. That's September. This is May. So mostly the spring marketplace, and even 2021, where we saw a in the very beginning of 2021, January 2021, February 2021, and then really taking off. You know, the spring marketplace is really, you know, pretty consistent, but it's been consistently going up. And, you know, this year is a little bit different. You know, it looks like a little later is when we saw our peak, but really you're seeing the deep troughs here. It's a very interesting chart that we're taking a look at the moment. So that tells you what's going on in the marketplace. You know, I'm seeing a very consistent marketplace right now. You know, new listings in Marion County, 237 new listings in the last 7 days. Pending properties, 216, which means that we've seen a slight increase in inventory. So properties going off the market as far as under contract, 216, closed, sold, last 7 days, 230. So a very normalish marketplace as you can tell. So if you're thinking about selling, you're trying to time the marketplace in some way. You're trying to figure out, okay, what's the right move at this moment? The right move is, you know, if you don't have to sell, then don't sell. But, you know, and or buy for that matter. But the marketplace seems to be very, very consistent, right? And the prices haven't really dropped that much. So if you have questions about that, about real estate, or, you know, even rentals, we do rentals and property management here at Realty Executives. We're located on State Road 40 in Ocala, close to downtown. You can give me a call at 352-572-3796, 352-572-3796 if you have any questions at all. And just know that the market has stayed really, really consistent. And it's, if you're motivated to buy or sell, it's an okay to buy or sell, time to buy or sell. But just know that the interest rates obviously have kept the market, I wouldn't say down, but it's kept it from going even higher and more expensive. And I think it's been a good thing. I think it's been a healthy pullback in the marketplace because of the interest rates, right? Some people are like, oh my God, the market is terrible. It really isn't. And these stats that you've just seen really bear it out. If you're interested in more information, let me know. You could also text me. Also, if you know someone else that would like to hear this information, you can share it. You can also hit the like button, and also please subscribe. That would be fabulous. All right, take care.